Friday. Jasmine Brand is here with me.
Good morning.
Oh, shoot. The third musketeer is here.
Yeah.
New Mano.
I'm back, baby.
Listen, Mano was supposed to be here yesterday, but he had a photo shoot.
Yeah,
You know, you booked him busy.
Mano stay with a photo shoot, yo.
I gotta look good.
Mano life is a photo shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Life is a movie.
I should have brought my camera in today. You know I used to do photography.
Yeah.
I have a real,
You got a real camera.
Angela's pretty good at it, too.
I am. I took it in high school and college.
Yeah, we gotta take some pictures one day.
At one point in my life, I thought I wanted to be a photographer for real. Like, I could develop my own pictures and everything. Next time I'm bringing my camera, we can do a photo shoot.
White balance and all that.
And I'm not even gonna charge you.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I'm gonna use this for my portfolio.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back.
Mano came in so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I missed you guys.
We missed you too, man.
I really missed you guys. Like, I'm like a part of the team, and it's like this is all what I always wanted.
And you know what's fun about Mano? You can sit here and kick it with him. We talk about all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Mano is
off the record.
Mano is hilarious. Off the record, he is hilarious.
Off the record, yeah. A lot goes on off the record.
Off the record, baby.
Sheesh.
All right. Well, today, of course, I'm really excited about this interview. Black is going to be joining us.
Oh, yes.
Six Lack. Since I Have a Lover is the name of the album that's coming out next week. It is his third full-length album. He hasn't put out a full album in 5 years.
Yes, it's been 5 years.
But he did have an EP out. And he has done a lot of collabs. He also has a single that came out called Fatal Attraction. I think it came out yesterday. Yeah, so I saw him teasing it online.
Yeah, he was trending.
Yeah, so he's a dope artist.
I like that guy a lot.
People kept calling him Six Lack.
It's hard to when you read it. It's like, man, what do I say?
It's confusing.
It makes sense because it's way more Googleable to be Six Lack than just Black.
Oh, you think that's why
It's not. They don't pronounce it Six Lack. It's Black.
Yeah, it's Black, but I'm saying it's spelled Six Lack. So when you Google, if you just Google Black, you know how hard it would be to find
him. Yeah.
But if you put Six Lack, he's the only Six Lack.
No, he's dope though.
I like that he doesn't do a lot of interviews either.
Well, he did this.
I know.
Way up.
Way up, baby. But yeah, so we're so excited, and you guys are going to love this interview because he's kind of a private person, but I feel like he really opened up to us.
Yes, he did.
So you're going to enjoy it. But of course, we start the show off shining a light. So we want to shine a light on somebody doing something positive, whether it's in the neighborhood, on the news, somebody you know personally. You guys get to call and set the tone. 800-292-5150. Shine a light on them.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, it is time to shine a light on them. 800-292-5150 is way up with Angela Yee. New Mano. Mano is here with us.
Back.
Jasmine.
I'm so glad it's Friday, y'all.
I know, right? From the Jasmine Brand is here with us. I'm glad it's Friday, too.
Are we going to drink today?
New Mano.
Now, why would we do that?
Because
Okay.
Mano's here, and you know how
It's a
that
celebration.
happens. It's a celebration.
Okay.
But today we want to shine a light on somebody before y'all start shining y'all lights. Sherry Warren from Interscope Records.
Yes.
She actually is the person who bought black hair, and she always looks out for me. Anytime she has an artist in town, she's like, Angela, you want to? All right, I'm working on getting this done. I'm getting this done.
Right.
I think she bought Glorilla to Lip Service.
She's good people. Also, she fed us, right?
Yeah, she got us food. She didn't even say nothing about it. But this morning, in the morning, they came in like, hey, where do you want to order from Chopped and get a salad? So she got us food and everything.
And it's a lot of y'all, too.
And Sherry also has a lot going on in her personal life. You know, there was a situation with her brother, Keith Warren.
Okay.
And he was, he was murdered, and they don't know what happened. And it's something that, like, she could have definitely came to us and been like, we need help. I want to, really do this story and let people know what happened.
Right.
So you never know what's going on with people. But when you see her, she's always got the Justice for Keith Warren face mask on. And that's like her page on Instagram and everything. So shout out to Sherry for being a strong black woman, always looking out for us, but also with everything that's happened in her life, being able to just still persevere and, succeed and be a dope person.
For sure. She's amazing.
All right, Sherry Warren. Now let's talk to who you guys want to shine a light on. Hello, who's this?
Hi, my name is Vay.
Vay, who do you want to shine a light on?
Hey, Angela. I wanted to shine a light on my best friend. Her name is Jasmine Jules. She just got promoted to assistant manager at her job. She's been grinding hard. As a black woman, we love to see it. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be down here in Atlanta chasing my dreams. So it's just like, we're from PA, and she moved down here, like not knowing nobody. And I followed her. So everything is working out, and I'm just proud of her.
Oh, well, we're proud of her too, and we're proud of you also. But you said she's assistant manager now?
Yeah, she is an assistant manager,
Yes.
soon to be manager in like 2 months. So
Congratulations.
Black women thrive.
Boss moves, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. And then me, if it wasn't for her, then I wouldn't be on this YouTube reality series for gay, Black, LGBTQ plus artists. So check
What's
that
it called?
out.
Yeah,
Real Life and Reality.
What's it called?
Real Life and Reality. Well, my show is called Real Life and Music, but it's a spinoff of Real Life and Reality.
Okay.
Y'all can check that out on YouTube, a YouTube series. But I'm a rapper, and I moved down here chasing my dreams, and I love listening to you guys in the morning. Shout out to you, Angela, for getting your own little thing. I love to see it.
Okay, thank you. We want to hear you rap.
What's your rap name?
W. So it means W, and I'm Francais, but W stands for winning.
Okay, put on the W for winning. We love it. All right, thank you.
Okay. All right, have a good day, y'all.
Bye.
Shine a light on them. Hello, who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on myself
Okay.
and Mount Sinai for finally coming through for me. I'm getting my transplant.
Okay.
Oh,
And I
nice.
just want to shine a light on myself for a dream coming true to me.
What type of transplant?
Kidney and a liver.
Oh, wow.
I'm so glad, man. Shout out to Mount Sinai. Shout out to you. All right, we're really happy for you that everything worked out, that it came through. We're praying for you, and we know everything's going to go well.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so that was Shine a Light on them, 800-292-5150. Remember, y'all can always call and leave a message, and we'll play it at the end of the show for last word. And when we come back, we have Yee T, and let's talk about a new sports talk show that is potentially going to get purchased, and you won't believe who's doing it. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea. Come and get the tea.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. New Mano.
Yes, I'm
Mano's
back.
in the building. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand. And you know we get a lot of stories from the Jasmine brand.
Good I'm so glad it's Friday, guys.
I know, right?
You feel good?
I feel great.
And are we excited about this? So Cameron has a talk show. It is what it is with Mace. And it's a sports show. And it looks like he's getting a lot of people that are offering him a deal for this show.
Okay.
Could
That's
be
dope.
entertaining. And I like how they have their suits on and everything.
Yeah.
Here's what he had to say.
A lot of hollering at me to try and buy my show up, make my show a part of what they're doing. And listen, I appreciate the love, I appreciate the interest and everything else. This is fully funded by me. I ain't go get no help. I ain't got no partners. I ain't got no bank. They came and did all this and y'all have to offer something I ain't got. Now you don't know what I got. I'm not gonna be unreasonable, but you gotta be fair. But right now, for the time being, we gonna have fun.
Yeah. He's entertaining.
That's about right.
It looks like the show will be a good time.
You didn't see no clips of it? I saw clips
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
People
was
are
it?
really enjoying
Yeah, they
it.
talk crazy.
I wonder what kind of price he's looking at. What kind of bag does he want?
Are they covering March Madness right now?
I think so. It has to be something that he doesn't have.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he also does the home makeover show, Hip Hop My House.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
So funny.
Paramount Plus. All right, Amy Roback and TJ Holmes are pitching a new show to the producers from Ellen. So you guys know they got let go from Good Morning America, GMA 3, because both of them had affairs and
Those the lovers.
yes,
Yeah.
the lovers.
The lovers.
People will tune in just to see their chemistry, but they're aggressively pitching a show of their own, and what they're selling is their chemistry, and their chemistry was big for them until it came out that it was real chemistry.
Right. I don't know if I want to see that every day.
You don't want to see the lovers?
Yeah, I do initially, because I'm nosy, and then after, I don't know if it could keep.
But look at Kelly Ripa, and her husband's going to be hosting with her. No.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch that.
You don't want to see love on the screen?
Not with my. No, I'm cool.
Well, who knows?
It might work out though.
But I think, what can you do now? Because whatever deal they get is. And she was making a lot more than him too. I just want to point that out. But
So
this is what their livelihood.
They got fired because they are lovers.
Well,
He has. Go ahead, Angela.
they were both having affairs, and then there were
Right.
some inappropriate things that happened, and then all these other women came forward with
About
TJ Holmes,
Right. Yeah.
saying that they too had
Flings.
flings.
I like that word.
flings.
Flings.
Yeah.
Filthy flings.
Yeah.
Whoa.
filthy. Wow, Jasmine.
May don't like to say filthy, so I just wanted to throw that in there.
Is that so?
Sucio. All right, Michael Jordan is reportedly in serious talks to sell his majority stake in the Charlotte Hornets.
Okay.
So I feel like, not like Michael Jordan needs the money
Right.
at all, period. But according to ESPN, they said that Hornets minority owner and Atlanta Hawks minority owners have emerged as frontrunners to acquire that stake. He bought that stake for $275 million back in 2010 from Bob Johnson, who's the co-founder of BET.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know what it's worth at this point in time, but I'm sure it's a lot.
Yep.
And yeah. All right, E40, since we're talking money and business, has also announced the release of his new spirit brand, Tycoon Vodka. He's been heavy in this space.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, so he started teasing the brand on social media earlier this year. And now on Thursday, he did announce that it's going to be distributed by Southern Glazers. And it was named after his 2016 record produced by Nonstop the Hitman. So it's the latest addition to the Earl Stevens selections. I've actually had some of his wine.
How is
So
it?
he has wine too.
Yeah, he does.
So he has wine and he has what else? What other kind of spirit does he have?
Vodka.
Vodka. Okay.
Yeah, he has a beer.
Oh, okay.
He has cognac, Tycoon cognac.
So he got
has
everything.
a tequila. He has a bourbon. He has a gin.
Okay, so he has everything.
There's money in this business, people.
Yeah,
But now you
got a whole liquor store.
You can now buy Tycoon Vodka, okay?
All right.
And that is your Yee Tea. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. This is when we discuss what happened last night, the things that we did that we feel like would be interesting and entertaining for y'all. And you guys get to weigh in also. And remember, call and leave a message. You can even do that right now during the show while we're talking. In case you can't get through, maybe you want to shoot your shot at Mano.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bana, we got to find a woman for you, so that might be good.
I thought when we left off, we was finding you a date.
Okay,
Creed
for both
3,
of y'all,
remember
for
that?
Jasmine or Mano.
We're not doing this, Mano.
Way up
You
with the
forgot?
Angela Yee.
New Mano.
All the way up. Angela Yee is way up.
Professional
Although,
drinker.
Mano, last time you saw Jasmine, she did have a little tipsiness to her.
I was a little saucy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Off that half a shot.
Half a shot.
And you know, my mom is from this island, Montserrat, and their biggest holiday is St. Patrick's Day.
Why?
Really?
Why is this the biggest holiday?
Yeah, it's a whole big thing, but it has to do with people from Ireland fleeing persecution in St. Kitts, and they settled in Montserrat, and it was a lot.
Okay.
But they celebrate. It's a huge holiday there.
Does your mom celebrate it here?
No.
Okay.
I didn't even realize, but I have a green juice.
Okay.
So how do you actually really supposed to celebrate St. Patrick's?
You're supposed to
People
drink.
just like an excuse. That
To drink, right?
and
Just go to
Cinco
the
de
bar,
Mayo.
get crazy.
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo's next, guys.
Okay, so we're gonna have a drink in honor of St. Patty's Day today, right?
Yes.
Mano's he can't drink, so
Why?
Because-
Okay, well, let's do About Last Night.
Okay.
Because we actually took it chill last night, but the one issue is the neighbor
okay.
calling the cops over every little thing. I mean, it's the most annoying thing in the world. At some point, they have to be like, lady, leave us alone.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so imagine this. We're just doing a little bit of stuff in the house, you know, putting up a painting,
Yes.
a nail in the wall, a hammer, bang, the cops come to the house.
Yeah.
Hey, we heard a disturbance. No!
No.
Stop, leave me alone. But no, that's it. And it's the most annoying thing when you have a neighbor who is I have a neighbor on one side of me who I love. Mm-hmm. They're amazing.
Yes.
Shout out to them. They always help me with my packages. If something's
yeah,
going
they do.
on, they send me a message. They check up on me. They'll hit me like, hey, can you see? I see there's a package outside my house. Can you get it? No problem.
Yeah.
I don't like neighbors like that.
What?
I feel like you're too friendly.
I like my neighbors.
I don't like when the
Too
neighbors-
familiar?
Yeah, you getting too,
But the other side is the complete opposite. My other neighbor is always calling the cops over everything, always trying to do something.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, oh, she did this in her house and it caused a crack in my wall and now the foundation's destroyed and I'm suing. It's just
She playing reindeer games.
all the time.
That's a real neighbor.
Yeah.
That's a real neighbor.
That's the neighbors you like?
That's a real neighbor right there.
Are you
like-
that kind of neighbor?
No, I don't talk to nobody. But what I'm saying is, a neighbor is usually against you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, neighbors usually call the cops on you.
I like neighbors to just be neutral. Like, just throw your hand up. Hey, how you doing? And just keep it moving.
I like when I like my neighbors. Like I can go in my backyard, they're in the backyard. We're like, hey, what's up? Hey, let me pat. They give me marijuana.
Yeah, I don't like my neighbors talking to me too much.
I'm kind of like that too. Just to be unless it's an emergency.
I don't want too much conversation from my neighbor.
Have you ever called the cops on anybody?
Never.
Wait a minute. Are we sure?
Not even
Well,
for no reason?
I just want to make
Why
sure.
would I call a cop?
You never
have
did
no-
911?
I called 911 2 times in my whole life, and
Okay.
that was when my car got stolen.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's
All right.
it.
Okay. All right, makes
fair.
sense. What else
Yeah.
are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do nothing else.
Did you use a car back?
The first time.
Okay.
Second time, but never.
All right.
All right. Well, you guys, that was about last night. So for all the neighbors out there, stop being jerks, okay? That's all I have to say.
Okay.
And right now we have Tell Us a Secret. That's when you get to call in and you're anonymous. You don't say who you are, and there's no Mano, no judgment, because you're judging already.
Mano, no judgment.
These people are legends.
Okay. Some of the people that call for Tell Us a Secret are legendary.
legends.
Y'all have done some things. Y'all have lived your lives.
And then
okay?
I feel like you feel better after you tell us the secret. I feel like it's a relief for you.
Well, 800-292-5150. Why don't you get some relief and tell us a secret? We won't judge you. It's anonymous. 800-292-5150.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. New Mano is here.
Yes.
Jasmine Brand is here.
Good morning.
It's a Friday, and it's Tell Us a Secret. Mm-hmm. That's when you guys call in and anonymously tell us a secret that no one else knows, or maybe barely anybody knows.
Okay.
Mano, we're going to need you to not be judgmental here, okay?
I'm going to try my best.
Okay, good. Because you've told us a lot of secrets, and we're not judging you.
Mano, we do not judge you. All the foolishness you tell us.
Right, but my secrets are not anonymous either.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we want this to be a safe space.
Yes.
Where you can call and tell us anything.
I'll try.
Now, if it's illegal, I don't know. If somebody, I'm not,
Yeah, we can't.
We don't know what police officers are listening. We have nothing to do with that.
Can't judge just a little bit, though.
But no.
Mano is like the moral police sometimes.
Yeah, he really is. And you would think he wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I'm not a judgmental guy, but I'm just saying sometimes
it's out of order.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes people need a little judgment.
Yeah, need a little checking.
A little checking.
All right, well, that's not the space for this. That might be Ask Ye. But here on Tell Us a Secret, we're not judging you. You can tell us anything. Again, that phone number is 800-292-5150. And again, anonymous. We don't even want to know your name. We want you to feel completely free to tell us anything, no matter what it is. Jasmine's not judgmental, so she should be okay.
Yeah,
we may talk about you later.
We probably are, but
I will.
All right, well.
May not tell you in your face.
800-292-5150, anonymous caller.
I faked the orgasm, and once I heard the lottery, I got up, went to go and cash my ticket in.
Wait, hold on.
You won the lottery after you faked the orgasm?
Yes.
You better keep doing that.
Yes.
Can you give us more context?
He's no longer here. Well, we were in the midst of having sex. There was a TV playing in the background, and when I heard the numbers, I jumbled them around in my head. I'm like, oh, they're my numbers. And I was like, oh. And I just was like, oh, that's it for me. And I got up, got washed, cleaned up, and left.
How much?
Went and go cash my ticket.
How much did you win?
$2,700.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's
$2,708 on a 4-digit. Yeah, so I had to go cash it in.
I know that's right.
Have you ever faked an orgasm besides that one time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
But look, imagine that you fake an orgasm and then win the lottery.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, what happened to the guy?
Yeah, but it was...
He's no longer here.
Oh, well, he's deceased now. He's
Okay.
deceased. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for sharing.
Hello, tell us a secret.
Hi, I'm a member of clergy, and I'm dating a married man.
No judgment.
No judgment.
No judgment, Jasmine. Okay. Is he, he's a married man, so he's in the house, like, still married, together?
He's still married, but he still comes over to see me. I was dating him first before he snuck away from me and married someone, and was married for like 4 months before I found out he did it.
Wow.
Have mercy on yourself.
And he realized he didn't want her, so he came back to me, and I took him, but I'm going to throw him back in the water. I don't want him.
How long y'all been going to the same... Do you go to the same church?
No, we don't go to the same church.
Okay.
But I had been dating him for 4 years.
Wow. Okay, so it
And
was
he
that was your
snuck-
guy first, and then he snuck away and got
Yes.
married, but you're still sleeping with him.
Yes, and it wasn't retaliation at first, but then I realized I really don't want him, so I've just stopped taking his calls.
Okay.
You know,
But
God don't like
I'm a
ugly.
member of clergy of 25
I'm not
years.
judging, but God don't like ugly.
No judgment.
No, he don't. That's why I let him go.
Okay, look.
I got COVID twice, and I know it because of him.
You got COVID twice.
She said it was
That's
karma.
why.
Oh,
Yes, I figured that you did this. Me doing wrong, I figured you the one that did this to me, so I know.
All right, well, thank you for sharing.
You are so welcome. Have a blessed day.
You too. Hallelujah.
Hello, tell us a secret.
Yeezy, what's up?
What's good?
All right, so this was like 12 years ago. My cousins got a lump sum of supplement, like 100 bands a piece.
Wow.
So they're unfortunate, low under the poverty line. So this was like 12 years ago. Man, one of my cousins went and bought like a 99 Mercedes.
Okay.
I was like, nah. Me and my friends were joking around. We said, hey, you know what? We should just take that money from them because they ain't going to do nothing good with it no way. I was like, oh, man, y'all playing. We literally went. She had $42,000 and some change in her mattress.
Oh.
We literally took it, bought a rental property, been doing good ever since.
So you robbed your cousin. Now, is your cousin like part of that rental property, or you just took the money and they got nothing?
No, my cousin, she's obese. She can't get out of bed.
But did you give her money back, though, after you took the money? Did you give her the $42,000 back?
Nope.
Okay, well, there's no judgment here.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Angela and Mano, there's no judgment
Can
here.
we judge just a little bit?
No.
Mano.
What's
She
that?
bought a 92 Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, but that was her money, though, bro.
Well, and how devastated was she when the money was missing?
They all had 100 bands. They were making it seem, they made a police report and everything. They made it seem like they didn't even really care. They didn't go looking for it or nothing.
Well, she gonna know now, right?
No, it's anonymous.
It's anonymous.
Hey, if she knows, she knows.
Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you, family.
Hey, all right, Yeezy.
No judgment, guys. All right, you can't judge it. Hello, tell us a secret.
Hey, well, my secret is that I really wish I worked it out with my ex. Like, I wish I took the time out to, like, love her properly and treat her like the queen that she was. Now I'm just, like, missing her a lot, and I wish I really did the right thing.
Did you ever reach out and tell her?
So every time I try, she just be, like, stuck on, like, what I did in the past. And I get that I messed up, but I'm admitting that I was self-centered and mature. I wasn't responsible enough to, like, actually manage her heart. Like, I just misled her because I didn't know how to handle a good woman.
Are you Jasmine's ex?
What?
What is happening right now?
Is that
Mano.
No judgment here. All right, well, listen, I hope that somehow you work it out, but I guess it's a lesson learned, and sometimes for people, there's no going back, and so that's why everybody got to be careful how you treat people.
Yep.
But who knows what the future can hold, and we're not judging you.
No, I need y'all. I mean, y'all can't call her and, set up the link.
You want us to call her?
You want us to call her?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, hold on. We're going to get the information. All right, well, let's see how this happens. We're going to figure this out and revisit that at some point.
Okay.
But we do have Yeetie when we come back. That was Tell Us a Secret. And you guys can call us 800-292-5150 if you want to leave your secret on the voicemail. We can also play it for last word. But when we come back, we have Yeetie. And we'll be talking Tamar Braxton. Looks like she's found love. She's engaged. We'll give you the details on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano is here.
I'm here.
Jasmine Brand is here.
Good morning.
Two of my favorite people to talk off the record with. But now we are on the record on UT.
Uh-oh.
That off the record is crazy.
Mano just gave me a great story.
All right. Well, Tamar Braxton is engaged, so congratulations to her. On Queen's Court, that's how it all happened. He was a finalist on the new reality dating series. We also talked about Evelyn Lozada getting engaged.
Two
yesterday.
Did Nivea get engaged too, since it was three of them on the show?
I think she didn't. I feel like she had two people to choose from, and she decided to, as far as I know.
Right.
So that's a real thing. Like, it's a real engagement.
It seems like it, right?
Yeah, she accepted his proposal, and she said that she is crazy about him. She actually was co-hosting on The Breakfast Club, and here's what she had to say.
Well, you are engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, first of all, I have a confession to make.
Okay.
When I came here, I was already engaged. I just couldn't say nothing.
Okay.
But it was 3 weeks.
You got engaged after 3 weeks?
We got engaged after 3 weeks.
What about him that you knew he was the one?
We were very like-minded. We are very like-minded. I don't know. I just
had that hook?
You know what?
What?
You know, he's different. You know, he's Anglo-Saxon.
What does that mean?
That's my first time. Like,
what does that mean? Help me.
White.
I
wonder why they didn't wait till after the show aired for her to spill this. Also,
filming ended 6 months ago.
Okay.
And so I thought the show didn't end.
I think it just started.
Yeah, it was the final episode of the show where he popped the question to her.
That's the type of love I'm looking for. 3 week love.
3 week love.
That's right.
All right. I mean, you never know what can happen, but there's already a little bit of drama.
Okay.
All right. So on his birthday, he had posted that he's happily in love. He said 46 years of life. And by the name, his name is Jeremy J.R. Robinson. He said, I never would have imagined being here right now in this moment, happily in love and blessed beyond measure, surrounded by loving and caring people who uplift me and pour into me with God's favor. The truth is, I've never really had that growing up. The memories of my past remind me what it was like to overcome so much trauma. And she's been showing off her engagement ring. But one of, I guess, his exes, he has a son with, left a comment on Gossip of the City T and said, I have sat in silence for over a year, respecting everyone's privacy while they disrespected mine. I've sat in silence while this person has come into my son's life and caused nothing but chaos and unnecessary drama. While I will not speak on my son's other siblings and what type of relationship their father or this woman has with them, let me be clear for all who know me and all who know them. This woman is in no way a bonus or a stepmom to my son. My son does not mean everything to her, and she has not thanked God for me, and truthfully, none of his baby mamas. She has said demeaning, disrespectful, and outrageous things about how I have chosen to co-parent with my son's father and the efforts I have made to keep him involved. She has made no effort to meet me. And she also said this is just shenanigans on social media and television.
Today is Tamar's birthday, too.
Yeah, she posted it was her birthday. She said, we have 6 children between the two of us, and they mean everything to me. So miss me with he has 4 baby mamas. Thank God for them. We are blessed and drama-free.
How many kids she got on her own?
Tamar got 1.
So she picked up 5.
Yeah, she's a bonus mom.
So 5, yeah.
Hey.
This is good for reality TV if they want to do a spinoff.
Ooh, it's a lot.
Stepmommy.
Yeah, it's a lot. And speaking of a lot, Finesse 2 Times has his own relationship with 3 women. He talked about this when he was on Lip Service. And, here he is discussing his polyamorous situation.
You know, I'm in a polygamy. I gotta have more than one woman.
But they know about each other.
Yeah, we stay together.
Oh. How many women?
3.
Oh. So Finesse 3 times.
Okay. They get along. They're friends.
I mean, it's kind of. You got the.
Do you have a favorite? He does.
I don't think he can answer that.
I can't.
Usually it's the first wife. All right. Well, he responded because I saw this was making the rounds on social media.
Right.
He said he's a little toxic.
But that's about right.
But you're gonna love it over here. I swear to God.
That's a good situation.
He seems like a good time.
No, it's a good situation.
Yeah. Mano, I don't know if you could handle that.
Mano could not. Mano says he can.
You don't think I can handle that?
No.
3 girlfriends, Mano
at the same time.
No, you can't. It's a lot of work.
It's more work trying to juggle outside the home. That's more work. Lying to this one, lying to that one. Telling this one you're doing this, telling that one you're doing that.
I could see
That's
all of
more
them
work.
vying for your attention, though.
No, I come in the house, new Mano, and everybody's all in unison.
New Mano!
Yeah, and everybody's cool. We all love each other.
I know that's right.
They love each other, and we love each other. It's big love.
If there are 3 women out there that would love to be in this kind of relationship with Mano, please DM him.
New Mano.
And also you can call and leave a message.
All right, 800-292-5150. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are flying under the radar that we feel like you should know about.
The news. I got news. This is the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
Yes, it is way up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes.
And new Mano.
I'm back.
Mano is here.
Yeah.
Mano's playing music for us too, which we're enjoying.
Yeah.
We're in here jamming on a Friday.
That Best For Me remix, the Jersey mix. Shout out to DJ Charge.
Is that new Mano?
It's new Mano.
It's a remix.
It's a remix.
Okay, so this is Under the Radar. Here's where we talk about stories that are not in the headlines, but we should know about them. Anybody who is thinking about buying a house, there's been so much uncertainty in the housing market as of late, and mortgage rates have dropped this week. We saw several bank failures just happen last week.
Right.
And so right now, the rates are dropping a little. We don't know what this is going to mean for the long term, but a lot of home buyers have uncertainty right now.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that things are moving around and happening. And one story that I saw, because listen, I'm always trying to talk about finances, home ownership and things like that, but you gotta be careful.
Right.
Now there's a woman in Colorado, a retired school teacher. She and her daughter lost almost $200,000.
My
That
goodness.
is because scammers posed as a title company while she was about to buy a townhouse. The townhouse was legitimate, but they hacked her email. And what these scammers did was they managed to get in the email, and then they gave some fake information. They actually told her to send the money for the closing 48 hours in advance. and they sent her some documents that she had to sign. So it was about $198,000. That was the final closing statement that they sent. They sent the wire information. She wired the money before the closing, showed up to the closing, and it turns out that she did not have any money. The funds were sent to an account that was not affiliated with the real title company. Here is Vicky Regal talking about this.
As a single mom, I raised 2 kids. There was never money. At some point, the chain of emails got hacked, and I started getting fraudulent emails, didn't recognize them as fraudulent emails. They told me that they needed the funds within 48 hours or the house wouldn't happen. And at the very end, the title lady said, well, let me go check on your funds. And she came in and she said, where'd you send the funds to? And I said, I sent them to you. And she said, we don't have them. I think we walked out of there and I threw up, as a matter of fact. I don't know what I'm going to do, if you want to know the truth.
She's in good spirits for that to happen to her.
Oh, no, she's in shock.
In disbelief.
Yeah.
Right, she's in shock.
Yeah, I mean, look, she was a middle school teacher for 42 years.
Oh, my goodness.
She retired last July. She lost that townhouse, and she lost her life savings.
It's
That
awful.
is horrible.
It's awful.
And what's crazy is when you wire this money, it's hard to get it back.
Yeah.
Once
Clearly.
you wire that money out, so how can you protect yourself? That's why I really wanted to bring attention to this story.
Yeah.
If anybody's trying to do a purchase or things like that. When you start getting these emails, never change your bank account based on instructions over text or email. You have to talk to the people on the phone.
Okay.
You know, before you send the wire, that's why even now, you know, I've been working on some things. I always call my attorney like, okay, I just want to double check where I'm sending the money to. So it's a huge purchase, and I'm not blaming her at all.
Right, of course not.
But I just want to put that out there because people are hacking into emails.
No, it's real outside.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, yo.
Yeah, and think about that, man. That you were mad at that guy that stole that $42,000 out the mattress.
Yeah,
if she would have had her money
under
under the
secret.
if she would have had her money under the mattress.
No.
That's crazy.
All right.
But so we just wanted to bring attention to that for Under the Radar. Now it is almost time for the Way Up mix. I know y'all love that. I saw there's some new Usher music today that's out, so that's going to be exciting. Plus, what I can't wait for is Black is going to be joining us later in the show.
Okay.
And, you know, he's got a new album coming out next Friday on the 24th, but we are going to have the opportunity to talk to him and get all in his business on Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors. From industry shade to all the gossip. Talk to me. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. And it's a Friday. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
And New Mano.
New Mano.
And we mean that today in a minute. You'll see why.
Yeah.
Why we keep screaming out New Mano. But right before we get to new music, let's talk about T-Boz, something she posted which I thought was important for us to discuss.
Okay.
She was talking about a situation with her daughter, Chase, and how her daughter was fortunately able to get away, but it looked like somebody was trying to kidnap her. There was something weird on the windshield. Listen to this.
Okay.
So my daughter was just leaving the doctor's office, and when she came to the car, she had a weird thing on her windshield wiper. So instead of touching it, because when you do, they'll have some kind of drug substance on there that will make you drowsy and knock you out. So she looked at her surroundings, she hurried up and got in the car, drove off, went to a safe, crowded location, and took some object to knock it off.
Wow.
That is scary.
I wonder where Chase and Chase is. Is she in Atlanta? Is she in LA? I mean, this happens everywhere. I'm just wondering.
Right.
What
and
was the weird thing?
Well, there's something on the windshield,
Right.
like, you know, and they've been saying that that's been happening. If you
Right.
see some type of foreign substance,
don't touch it.
Or a napkin or something, don't touch it. You know, just putting that out there. We're trying to make sure everybody's safe.
Because they're really snatching people, abducting people.
When you get off in the airport in Atlanta, there's like an announcement. Like if you see somebody and it looks like, you know, because sex trafficking and trafficking is such a big thing right now.
It is.
It's been a big thing.
It's scary.
Wow. All right, so just wanted to bring our attention to that, and thankfully she's okay.
Yes.
All right, New Music Friday. Let's talk about what's out today.
Okay.
Lil Keed has an album, Keed Talk to Him Too. Posthumous album is out today. Also, ESTG has a new album, Mad. Glorilla, the bonus edition for Anyways, Life's Great. You know the next line.
Yep.
EP. The Weeknd, Starboy Deluxe is out today. Westside Boogie, Live at the Novo EP is out today. Money Man, Red Eye is out today also.
Okay.
And as far as singles, Black has a new single out, and we know he's going to be coming up on the show today as well, and that song is called Fatal Attraction.
Well, words gotta match the actions. Fatal attraction. R.I.P. For every time we went through it, know it's all on me. So no more running backs, no more apologies. Slant right got me thrown. Before we spent hours on the phone. I done dragged all my exes through the mud, so I ain't gotta do it no more. We know they got FOMO, we know it's all promo when they talk about us. My name's still on. If you talking about me, I must have did something right.
Okay.
Like
we
that.
like that.
Like
we
that.
like that.
Like that.
Also, Childish Gambino, he returns with his first new music in 3 years. Now, you know he has the Amazon Prime Video series Swarm that's out, and he's back with original. Donald Glover is Childish Gambino, is back with original music for the show, so that's out today also.
Okay.
Metro Boomin featuring 21 Savage and Diddy. This song is the Creepin' remix.
Baby, keep it to yourself. Hey yo, come on. They ain't real and they ain't puff. Ain't no place in this world that my feet ain't touched. I got visions that cost millions and make billions. Baby girl, we can make love and make trillions. Damn, baby, you my curse and my crush. I walk to the ends of the earth for your touch. Ride for you, cry for you, die for you. Never gonna say goodbye to you, never lie to you. Life ain't perfect, we just live it. What they say we did, we just did it. I'm the DeLeon sipper, bad getter with the top down screaming out. Then let's go.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Diddy.
We don't want to know. Doechii and Kodak Black have a new single out today also. What It Is. Sway Lee and Purple Tears. Every Night. Pierre Bourne. Honeyberry 2. Sada Baby.
Yeah, boy.
And AD Dummy. Danny Brown and JPEG Mafia. Lean Beef Patty. Also, New Mano.
The Jersey remix.
The Jersey remix is you and Fab.
Yep, me,
Best
Fab, Star Babies. It's the Jersey remix for the Best For Me.
Best For Me. And let's hear that Jersey remix. New Mano.
Asking what is giving years. On your body.
Hey.
Get it, Tomato.
Shorty by the business. Shorty got her own bag. Look at Shorty, get it. Look at Shorty, get it.
Yeah.
Look at Shorty, get it.
Star Babies.
Shorty got her own bag. Look at Shorty, get it.
New Mano.
She asking what is giving years.
Shorty got her own bag?
Yeah, she got her own bag.
You know, that's right. He been talking about that.
I know that's right.
But he gonna get you a bag too to match your bag.
New Mano?
A whole set. All right. Also, as you know, Usher has a new single out today too. It's called Glue. Glue. He's the one I saw. He was posting about this new song that got dropped off by Usher. So.
Oh, okay.
You said you would like to do what?
No, I didn't say anything. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it is Women's History Month, so we're going to talk about that. But that was your Yeetie is Way Up with Angela Yee.
They ask what you bring to the table? Tell them you brought the table. Way Up with Angela Yee, celebrating the ladies during Women's History Month.
Yes, it is Women's History Month, and I'm here. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm a woman. Jasmine Brand is here.
Happy Friday.
Mano is here. He
And
loves
I like
women. Yeah, I knew it.
Love them.
Not just like, you love women.
Love women.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You know that's right. And, you know, we've been celebrating women every single day, and we're going to continue to do that.
I like that.
All right. And so one person we have a couple people we want to talk about today.
Okay.
And let's talk about Cheryl McKissick Daniel. We just saw her for International Women's Day up here at iHeart, but she's the president and CEO of McKissick & McKissick. And she is behind some of New York City's largest construction projects. Okay. She's been at this since 1990 for 31 years.
Oh, wow.
And she's the black woman that has the oldest the oldest company that is owned by a black woman, a construction company.
Oldest minority women owned.
In the country.
In the country, in the United States.
Nice.
So that's a huge deal.
That's
you know, I was
major.
looking at some of these statistics, and women make up just under 11% of even just construction workers. So at that level and owning these companies, you know, even less. So currently that firm is the program manager for Terminal 1 at JFK.
Okay.
Overseeing the design and construction of a $6 billion new terminal.
Sheesh.
So imagine that. Those are some numbers. Okay.
Yep.
She also oversaw the 2nd Avenue subway extension and reworking the rail system for Brooklyn's Barclays Center. That's a huge project that's been going on. She said the project overall was about $300 million and it had a short duration. And if you can imagine, they had certain dates that they had to open up the arena for Jay-Z to kick off that first show. So we had to make those deadlines. It was a pressure cooker. She went to Howard University and Yes. So shout out to Cheryl McKissick. She's an icon for men and women. Not just for women. I mean, for women even more, for us to see ourselves in that space. But for men and women too, for having such a huge, successful company that she's been working so hard at.
That's dope.
All right. I also want to acknowledge Sasha Ivy. She's from Inglewood in Chicago. And she has her own company called Pink Hard Hats Construction. It's a full-service licensed and bonded construction company. And she wants to change some of these statistics. She's partnered with Chicago Women in Trades, which is a nonprofit to get women involved in various trade careers. She wants to make sure that her efforts have a lasting impact on women across the country. And here she is talking to ABC7.
I grew up in Inglewood, south side of Chicago, and I saw so much disparity that I just want to be a change for our communities and our neighborhoods. I was sitting in a meeting, once again, it was all male contractors, and I thought about females can do this. Pink Hard Hats Construction is a full-service construction company. We're licensed and bonded, licensed electricians, plumbers. We do roofing, siding, finished basements. We do everything residential and commercial.
I love it.
Yes.
Pink Hard Hats Construction.
Yes, and Cheryl McKissick, who's amazing. I'm definitely going to have her up here just to be a woman in the construction business. I've been looking at a lot of these articles about different women who are in these spaces and how they don't really, when you come in the room, a lot of times you might be the only woman.
And the only black woman at that, too.
Yeah, in particular. So,
sheesh.
Shout out to them, Pink Hard Hats Construction and McKissick and McKissick. Now, we told you we got a lot of amazing things happening today.
Okay.
Black is going to be joining us today. He has a new album coming out next week. We love Fridays for new music. You heard some new Mano earlier.
Definitely they did.
Well, what's the name of your
Best for Me.
Best for Me. But that is the remix.
It's the remix.
Yes.
It's the Jersey remix.
Yes. Me and Mano are both from Brooklyn. Just throwing that out there.
In a great way.
In a great way.
Yeah.
And I remember moving to Jersey when I was in high school.
Okay.
And I didn't really know club music like that until I moved to Jersey.
People think that sound is like a Philly thing, but that sound been in Jersey for a long, long time.
It reminds me of Baltimore Club, too.
Right, it's similar. It's like a dance thing, but it's taken off nationally.
I love it. It makes me want to move.
Yeah, it makes you feel good.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I think, sample that. But Mano, you've been in Jersey for a minute too, so I know you understand.
I had to go
Jersey
to
vibes.
I understand the Jersey vibes, and I had to go to the premier Jersey people that really make that sound.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it sounds amazing.
It does.
New Mano.
Yeah.
It is Way Up with Angela Yee. That was Women's History Month. We talked about Cheryl McKissick. We talked about Sasha Ivy from Pink Hard Hats Construction in Chicago. And when we come back, Black is going to be joining us. I cannot wait. So excited for this one. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. It's a Friday, and we got New Mano. And we got Jasmine from the Jasmine brand.
New Mano.
This is what we're all eating right now, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, around this time, it's like, all right, food just got here.
When we get the itis.
And it's always a fight, like, who's going to go down and get the food?
Right, yeah, it's always a thing. Okay.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you, Jasmine.
You're welcome, Mano and Angela.
No, she didn't. She didn't get the food. But yes, one thing Mano was just asking us behind the scenes, though, is about sharing locations.
Right.
You were listening to Black's, one of his first big songs, Problems.
Yeah.
That we all knew.
I relate.
And Mano said he relates.
Yeah, he was like, ooh, I relate to this.
The gospel.
But we were talking about sharing locations. Now, you said you would or wouldn't?
No, I'm noticing a lot of people are doing that, like a lot of couples.
Sharing locations.
I wouldn't.
No, ever, never.
No, you don't want my location.
Like, what is he doing?
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, that
not me, girl.
Some people are sharing locations and not knowing that they're sharing locations.
That's a problem too. I think I'm okay if it's a safety thing.
Safety is cool.
So, like, if I'm out of the country traveling and my man wants to know, make sure I'm good. I don't mind that, but just on the regular, I don't feel like. I don't understand why,
Would you turn it back off if you got back in the country? Because then now it's weird. Like, why you turn it off?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Cheetah.
Oh, my God. Mano, I know.
Cheetah.
Listen, Tiger Woods. Mano has a song called Tiger Woods. I encourage you all to listen to it.
I changed.
But yes, I don't think...
What if your man wanted you to, Angela?
For what though?
He just want to make sure you're okay.
I'm okay.
No,
that can't be the answer. You can't just say I'm okay.
There's got to be a real reason.
He wants to make sure you're okay, like you're safe.
No. I want to make sure
Angela's a public figure.
Right.
He wants to make sure she's.
What's he gonna do? Zap himself there and save me? I don't
So what if he say, no, this makes me feel more secure, knowing where you are at all times.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay.
You don't need to know I'm in the Chanel store when I'm supposed to be saving money.
Right.
Okay.
Listen, bro.
No, but I mean, unless I don't see the real reason. If I understand for safety purposes or whatever, but no one's ever asked me to do that, and I've never asked anyone to do that.
No one's ever asked me either. I think my mom has before.
Just call me if you want to know where I am.
Right. They be like, man, listen, I just want you, location for safety reasons. Hey, don't be too safe.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be too safe.
All right, we'll talk about that more, but we do have Black coming up next when we rejoin, and he's got a new album coming out next week, and we're excited for this. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Jasmine Brand is here from the Jasmine Brand, and Black is here.
How you doing?
This is my first time interviewing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad too, because I actually am really a huge fan of yours. Like that song with Jesse Reyes Imported, that still is always on my playlist, like all the time.
Me and Jesse make great music.
Even on her album, Yessie, you were like the only guest appearance.
Yep, and we're working on a collab project right now.
See, I knew that had to happen.
Yep, we're working on it right now.
You've had a long journey so far in this business. Can you talk about that journey a little bit? Because I know that was a tough time.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely went through most of like what people consider like the starving artist phase. Like from 2000, I knew what I was going to do since high school. So I graduated high school. I went to college for a year. I dropped out of college. And from 2011 until 2016, that was when I was just working on my music and working on my art and working on how I wanted to present myself to the world. And in that process is not having money, it's not having a job. And not because I couldn't like technically get a job if I wanted one, but it was more so I know that this is my job and I know that it can pay for whatever I needed to pay for. I just have to put in the work necessary. And through that, sign like bad record deals. Everybody does it.
Everyone, that's right.
Yeah, it was me, like 3 of my friends. We in a room, the contract gets pushed across the table, no lawyer present. They like, if you want to be down, go ahead, sign that. And we look at each other like, let's do it.
Down.
Yeah, let's do it. We split like $5,000 between like 4 of us.
Oh my goodness.
That's a really bad deal.
But
that should be illegal.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 10, but we just never saw the other 5.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, we got out of that situation, but in order to get out of that situation, I had to lay low for a super long time and basically act like I just didn't make music anymore.
That's depressing. What were you going through when you put out the song Problems?
Yes, please tell us.
Because that song, and I know you were a lot younger when you did that too, in a different space.
Problems was probably like my first, I would consider like crazy relationship, because I do a pretty good job of picking them. And this was a moment when everybody around me had more context of who the person was, and they were like, "Don't do it, you don't want to." And I was like, I can do whatever I want.
Right, that makes you more do it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I can, whatever the actual situation is, I can change it, I can make it to whatever I want it to be. And obviously I didn't.
What define crazy? Because guys would be like, yeah, you know.
For me, crazy is if I'm asleep in the middle of the night and I feel the covers get snatched off of me and you in full argument mode and I'm just laying there like, this doesn't happen to me. Like I don't deal with people who don't have conversations like in a normal fashion. And I don't even know how you got in the house at that point either.
Oh my goodness! Say that part. Yeah, you buried the lead.
Yeah, no, it's literally like, what time is it? How did you get here? Why are you snatching the covers off of me? What are you talking about?
How did she get in?
She was finding her way in a couple of times.
I did climb through a window once.
See,
So
that's what I mean.
One
Like,
time.
There was one time when I had to like leave that exact crib because I knew she was on the way based off of somebody like being like, yo, I just saw her at this event. She ran the red light. She pulling up.
But the important question is, what did you do to set her off like that?
I was starting to just break off the relationship, and not in like a crazy way. It was just me starting to see her patterns. Like if you lose about 3 or 4 jobs in a row, and if you like, the motivation just wasn't there, and I'm starting to see what everybody else was talking about, and that just doesn't inspire me. So it just got to the part where I was like, I can't really do this no more, and I don't want to do this anymore. We can be cool, but we can't be in a relationship. And yeah, she didn't really take that too well.
I can't imagine snatching the covers off somebody while they sleep, though.
Breaking into
Yeah,
your house.
it was moments people would be texting me like, bro, she's at the back door. I can hear it. Like,
oh my.
Were you wearing pajamas at least? Or
yeah, I mean, I wear my little night clothes and all that. I was, and the other thing is just like, that wasn't even my crib, so it's even more of a violation. It's like, this is my manager's house.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and you done got in some kind of way.
But that resulted in a great
song.
A great song. A classic song.
A great song. Yeah, no, I wouldn't take any of it back.
Does that person know that they inspired
Absolutely.
that song?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and yes, we are talking to Black. Now, you also are a big advocate for mental health. I saw you had partnered up with Better Health, right? Better Help.
Yep.
All right, so can you talk to us about, and you did start doing therapy. So what made you come to that realization and want to also spread that message?
The people important, well, not even the people, the person that's like the most important in my life, being like, you look like you got everything together to the people around you, but to me, you look like a mess. And continuously like checking me in moments where I felt my ego get out of hand. And I felt my reaction start to become like, it just wasn't like me. It's like I'm responding to things in ways that I don't normally respond to things. I'm getting angrier quicker. And once I started to notice like my personality was taking the back road, I'm like, something ain't right. And I really got to talk to somebody, because otherwise we'll be back at square one. I'll be making free black too. And it'll be upset.
Did you pick the right therapist the first time, or did you have to go through some therapy? Okay.
She was already there waiting for me. I don't know what took me. Like, I knew about her months before I actually like picked up the phone and called her. And like I said, I waited until the very last argument when things were like about to fall apart, and I just called her one day like, I guess we're supposed to be talking. And and it was funny because she had a session with one of my friends during that same exact time, and the bet was she's not gonna pick up because she got to do me in an hour. And I was like, if I call her right now, we gonna talk.
That's a little toxic.
Yeah, that's that ego right there.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, there you go. And I called her and we talked for at least like an hour. But yeah, she feels like every space that I needed for a therapist. Sometimes it feels like a sister. Sometimes it feels like an auntie, a mom. Sometimes it feels just like a friend. Sometimes she cuts me out. Sometimes she's like talking soft, letting me know, let it out. If you gotta cry, cry. If you want to laugh, laugh. If you said this, that ain't it. If you said this, then good job, stand on that. So I just needed like an outside perspective and somebody who wasn't biased or next to me in my life, because I had got to the point where not too many people around me were willing to check me.
That's hard.
Yeah.
And when it comes to music too, sometimes people think that when life is not great is when artists make better music, right? Because you look at your past catalog and it feels like you're in a
better place.
Because now you have Since I Have a Lover. So talk to us about that, because it feels like now you're in a healthy relationship. And sometimes people don't know what a healthy relationship is. We get really used to being in relationships that are toxic. We think that arguing means that person loves me. You know, so talk to me about this process, and is this a real thing for you right now? Do you have a lover now? Do you feel like this is the person that is making me a better person?
Absolutely. It's been that way for a very long time. Like, I knew her since 2013. The relationship was based off of being friends first. So through every relationship that I went through, for the most part, during like that free black era, East Atlanta Love Letter, like, she was always my friend through it all.
Wow.
Interesting. So she's seen it all.
Yeah, she's seen it all.
And other girls are like, I knew you was messing with her.
Yep.
That too, but
did you look at her in that way ever before?
Absolutely. I mean, I knew what it was the first time I ever saw her.
Wow.
But I knew that like priority for me, like I said, was having a good friend and not being like, I like you so much that we just got to be together. It was just like, I'm grown, I'm mature, and people are attractive, but whatever, like, let's actually work on being cool. And if you need something, I got you. If I got something, you got me. Convo, whatever it is, and leave it at that. And we went at the very least like a couple of years without acting on anything, without even like overstepping anything. We both had our own situations and kind of branched off from each other. And then when everything started to settle, we just came back
together.
Yeah.
I figured that, because there's one part where you talk about being on her mom's couch and stuff like that and trying to keep it down. Was that... I was like, this got to be a long time thing, because I know you grown. Like, you're not.
That's funny.
That's funny, because I just got a text about that line like an hour ago.
You did?
Yeah,
what happened?
Somebody's like a stepmom, like on the other side of the family, was with her, and she's like, "Was that song about you talking about on your mama's couch?" I'm just like, "Oh my lord, she's listening."
Of course they listening, because they know what's really going on.
Yeah, I was like, "Nah, she listening with her glasses on. She must have been reading the lyrics."
All right, well, Black is here with us. It's me and Jasmine Brand. We're so excited for this interview. When we come back, we have some more with Black on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it. You vibe and Way Up with Angela Yee.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's a Friday, and we have a super special guest with us. We have Black joining us. Do you consider yourself to be a private person? Because people always like, Black is very private.
You seem like it.
Yeah, I like it that way. I like to keep some of my stuff intact because it's wild. Like, the internet is wild. Like, people's opinions are flying every second of the day. I'm not trying to be in the mix up at all. I've had a couple of moments where it's gotten a little bit too hot, and I've been like, see, that's why I don't go out too much. That's why I don't converse with too many people. But I like to keep it safe. I have a daughter. I like to keep her safe, and I'm gonna keep it that way and try and have that respect intact as long as I can.
I was reading the comments on one of your videos, your recent video, and they were just talking about how unproblematic you are and how you just be minding your business and making your music.
I'm glad they know.
And I was just trying to think, I don't feel like we ever really did any stories about
on the Jasmine break.
I hope not.
Sometimes people feel like they need a scandal, though, right? Because there's people who, and you do mention a Krishan and Blueface, but there's people who feel like things like that is what keeps them in the mix.
Yeah. No, there's been times where we've been on the road where it's almost gotten to that point, and I've been like, y'all, we gotta tighten it up right now.
Right.
I remember one time we were in Denver, and there was somebody who was infamous rapper Seeker. She's coming to the show. I know she's coming. She's in my DMs, unapproved, but I can see her, and she's like, "What's going on? What time? Da 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 da. I'm gonna be there." And I'm like, everybody make sure she doesn't get in the show.
Form a wall.
Yeah, just I'm literally we all agreeing we gonna turn the other way. We're not gonna pay her no attention. And literally I'm in sound check and she is walking through the building, and I'm like,
wow. What happened to forming a wall?
And that's what I was like. I'm like, who slipped up? Who didn't follow the rules? Somebody didn't follow the rules. Somebody was more thirsty than they were with the homies, and I'm like, all right, bro. And he ended up getting kicked off tour too because that got out of hand.
Yeah, you gotta have the right people around you. That's part of it.
She later on, a year later, went on somebody else's platform and told him a lie about doing something with me because she did something with that guy. And I'm like, so you weren't thinking I knew that would eventually come back and tie back to my name, and she tried it, but we wiped that out quick.
Wow.
You started off as a battle rapper, which I think is crazy because I don't know if people really know that for real.
What was your rap name?
It was always Black. My name has been Black since middle school. Okay. It's been the same, spelled the same, always been that.
Okay.
And you hate when people call you 6 Lack?
I don't hate it. It comes with the territory, and it makes for good merch and good conversation. It translates.
We put it in the song.
It works.
I put it in the song. It's there. I'm not mad at it at all.
So, have you had some famous battles?
I've had famous battles within my school system in my county. There's a video clip of me and Thug rapping outside of one of the video shoots.
What made you switch it up?
Battle rappers struggle with making great songs.
Everyone says that.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care how they try to defend. Nah, battle rappers struggle with making good songs. And I honestly, in my opinion, I think that battle rap is painting a picture with a lot of words, and songwriting is painting that same exact type of picture but compressed with as little words as you need.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and yes, we are talking to Black. Now, we saw that Joe Budden was talking about you. He said he was a big fan of your first album. He said the second album was cool, and but then he was also saying that he thought it wasn't a great idea for you to just come out right now without a proper setup.
He said career suicide,
but
something like that.
Black announced that his album is dropping next month. I love Black, and I'm totally open to being wrong with this take, but I think this is career suicide for him. They coming off Summer Walker, they coming off Division. If this project come out and do bad, it will be very tough for him to recover, and it'll be even tougher for the label to continue to pay attention to him with Summer Walker doing what she's doing.
How did he know what's the proper setup for me?
Right.
How would he ever know? That's for me to determine. So if I'm at a point in my life where I feel like this is how I want to present myself, if I've been doing everything that I feel is necessary to do it, and if the people who I actually got with me are with me, then it's looking great. It's feeling great.
So what kind of father are you? Do you spoil your daughter?
She don't get everything she want, but it's.
How old is she?
She's 6 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have an issue saying no to her because she I guess she understands the type of parent I am, so it's not like you're not about to get over on me, but I'm also not about to like hurt your feelings in the process of telling you. Like we have good conversations, and I let her know if you don't like this, you can feel it out. If you want to cry, you can cry. If you want to go upstairs, take a break, go take a break. When you're ready to get back to like normalcy, then come on down.
That's very mature. My parents definitely never talked to me like that.
Right. It helps you process your emotions and stuff too.
And it's no point. I mean, it's the kid. They learning.
She's 6. Like, what? Yeah.
I was out at lunch one time, and I was talking to my mom. And in the midst of talking to my mom, I see her in my peripherals, and I see her like knock over a glass of water. And as she knocks it over, I just like pick it up, and I just keep talking to my mom while I'm cleaning it up. And my sister's like, "You didn't even like say nothing to her." I'm like, "What am I supposed to say?"
It's a mistake.
Yeah, like you act like she just did like
right
or something. No. So moments like those like just reassure me that I am doing the right thing.
I'm so glad that you came up here on Way Up with Angela Yee. Really my first time talking to Black, but on some real, I'm a huge fan of yours, and so I'm really happy for this new album. We're definitely coming to the tour. You said it starts in October?
Yep.
Yeah, we there.
All right, I'm in there.
Yep.
I got y'all, don't worry.
How can we find you on social media? Sherry wants
If
to
you
know.
want to find me, you can catch me at 6LACK. That's everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, website, all that. You know as much as I give you. Don't step any further than that. Don't ask about things that ain't on the table. And if you,
I feel like we got a lot.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right,
Okay.
Black 6 Lack. Thank you so much for coming through. We really appreciate you. No, for real, and congratulations on this new album. And when we come back, we have Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. Call us up. Anything you need help with, we are here to help, and Mano's here to judge.
Here I go. Hey, everybody, access. Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts. All you should know. This is Ask Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for Ask Yee. This is when you guys get to call in and ask questions about anything. It could be about your love life. It could be work. It could be friendships. You know, Jasmine Brand is here with me, and she also has some great insight. Hello, who's this?
Alyssa.
Alyssa, how are
Alyssa.
Hey, Duval in the house.
Duval, it's me, Mano, and Jasmine Brand in the house over here. What's your question, honey?
Okay, my question is, I've been married for almost 6 years now, but I recently found out a year ago that my husband had cheated on me. He's sorry, he wants to work on the relationship, so we continue to try, but then I found out that he had reached out to the young lady he had cheated with again, because she reached out to me and was like, are y'all still together, or is he single, kind of thing. I kind of played it cool and was like, do what you do. If he's interacting with you, interacting with him. I don't have nothing to do with that. But when I talked to him, it was like, oh, I was just bored. I just wanted to see if her number was still the same. Like, just excuses. So then, I'm telling him, I don't accept this behavior. I don't want to deal with somebody that's doing this kind of thing. But you continue to do this. Oh, I promise I'm going to change. I promise this isn't the life I want to live. This is just how I was raised.
No.
I was raised to be a pimp kind of mentality.
Oh my gosh, she done got every excuse.
Sleep with how many girls you can sleep with. These were my role models, so I understand where he's coming from, but I don't accept it, and I won't accept it. So now he's like trying to smother me with gifts and trips and things, but it's not fooling me. You're not pulling the wool over my eyes. I'm not falling for your tricks, because the minute I let my guard down and try to continue this relationship with you, that shows me that this is when you're going to just start to mess up again.
Do you have children?
We do have children together.
How many children you have?
4.
Oh, 4 kids. And so how long have you guys been together?
6 years they're married.
We've been together for 14 years.
14 years.
So you gotta stay. You're gonna have to stay.
No.
14 years is life.
But listen, though. In that 14 years, he's cheated on me and had 2 children, and I took him back.
My goodness.
So you might as well.
Here's my
then
problem.
He got married.
You married to death row.
Shut up.
Damn, I'm never to do it again. My life has changed. I want to be with you till we get married, and then you did it again.
I have a question. Are you in love with him?
I am in love with him. Like, this is my best friend. It's like hurt so much. Like, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah, he has some problems, and part of what it seems like is he's not taking accountability. He's blaming it on, this is how I was raised, this is what I've seen, this is the culture, and then it's not like he's making a mistake and then fixing it and correcting himself and moving forward and learning his lesson. It's like, this is who he is, and he doesn't seem to have any drive to want to change that.
Exactly. That's what I feel, but he swears it's not him. That's not in my heart.
you know, now it's up to you because it's the ball's in your court.
Well, also they have 4 kids together. Can I suggest that you get your money together, that you start saving up, and then you decide what you're going to do so that you have some kind of plan to, you know, if you want to take the kids and stuff like that? Because financially, that's a lot.
So a year ago when he cheated, that's what I started doing.
Okay.
So I was just sitting around waiting for, not necessarily waiting in hopes that he would do it again, but being prepared for if he does it again. So this time I'm prepared. I got my money stacked up. Taxes just dropped. I'm ready to walk out the door.
And what kind of life is that to sit around waiting for him to do it again? Because you know what that means? You know he's going to do it again.
No, but he don't have to do it again because another option is you could bring the young lady into the household and then it'd be one big happy family.
Goodbye, Mano.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
And my thing is this. He's not going to change, and the only person that can change right now is you. And you have to be in charge of your own destiny.
And you want to set an example for your kids,
and he also
too.
may not take it seriously because you haven't left and you've stayed through 2 other children outside of the relationship and through him cheating over and over and over again. So he probably feels like, I'll do this, it'll be rocky for a while, and then we'll be okay again.
Exactly what I think, too.
All right. Well, I honestly...
So now, do I need to discuss a separation or just leave? Like, I feel like it's going to be hard to talk about it, try to work out co-parenting with him because he doesn't want me to leave.
Get your own place. Get your own place.
Just leave.
Get your own place. And then you can work it from there. But I don't want you to be in this terrible situation. It seems like you are not happy. You are miserable being there with him. He's not doing anything to change this. And who knows, maybe you leaving will make him change and take it seriously.
Definitely. I
Okay,
appreciate that.
you got your money up, girl. Though you know what it is.
That's half the battle.
The fact that you even have to do that means you know what it is.
Exactly.
All right. Well, good luck to you, and
Good
check
luck.
back in with us.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Don't listen to Mano ever.
14 years. I mean, she
He
stayed
said,
this
bring
long.
her in there. All right, when we come back, we have Last Word. Again, that was Ask Ye, 800-292-5150. You can always call us, and you can call and leave your last word. We can't wait to hear from you. It's a Friday on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the Last Word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, that is Way Up with Angela Yee on a Friday.
Yes.
New Mano.
New Mano.
And for real, there's new Mano out today, so make
That's
sure
right.
y'all listen to that Best For Me featuring Fab, Style Babies, Remix, the Jersey
Yeah.
Mix.
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm here.
And you guys are here, and we appreciate it. We had so much fun with y'all today. We had that Black interview. We got a lot of gems from that interview. We learned a lot.
I like him.
Yeah, he's great. As an artist and now as a person, we know him for real.
I think he gave some of his fans more insight into who he is because he doesn't really do a lot of interviews. He doesn't talk about his personal life a lot. So
Yes. And I feel like we learned a lot about Mano today, too.
Really?
Oh.
Is that so?
is there anything more we can learn about Mano?
But listen, you guys, he'll be back next week, I promise you. But have a great weekend, y'all. It's time for your last words, 800-292-5150.
Hi, I want to shoot my shot with Jasmine. She sounds like a very good-looking woman. She sounds like a very beautiful woman.
My name is Alex. I'm from South Philly, and I just want to shine a light on my baby mom, fiance. She's always there, picking me up when I'm falling short. She's never given me any crap about it. She's always supporting me, and I honestly don't know where I would be in life without her. She's the mother of my 2 amazing children, my 2 beautiful daughters, and shout out to you, Selena. I love you so much.
I put sugar in my dude's tank. He didn't know he was sleeping at my house one night, and I just happened to go through his phone, make this long story short. He had one of these old model cars, so I had to actually get a bottle of water because I couldn't just pour the sugar in there. So I had to get a bottle of water, put a lot of sugar in there, and then just squirt it in there. So after I did it, I was like, I don't think that's enough. So I went and did it again. So later on, his car started up on him. I didn't know what it was. We didn't know what it was. So when we did find out what it was, I took him around to try to find a motor, all kind of stuff, and he still hadn't even got the car back yet. But he's about to get it back. So he done spent a lot of money to get the motor done. But yeah, that's what I